Hello, this is Buono. Today I'd like to explain the very basic of MQTT communication. So MQTT communication is mainly used in IoT industry. In this video, why this is used in the such industry, or how to use this communication by showing the demonstration by using Raspberry Pi. So please watch this video until the end. Okay, firstly, I'd like to explain the basic of MQTT communication. Firstly, so what does it mean, MQTT? So actually, MQTT stands for Message Queuing Telemetry Transport. So let's say it's one kind of communication method like HTTP or I2C, etc. And this communication method was developed by IBM at 1990s. It was developed 20 years or 30 years ago. But recently, we often see this communication because as I said in the first of this video, this communication is mainly used at the IoT industry. Then, as you well know, so IoT is becomes very popular recently nowadays. So IoT, so MQTT, it's also becomes popular as well as IoT. Then, what is a feature of MQTT? It is said that the MQTT has a lot of features. But in this video, I'd like to introduce two major points. One is the communication with the target. So I'd like to explain, compare the MQTT feature compared to HTTP, because HTTP it's picked up as a comparison of MQTT. So HTTP can communicate only one versus one device. For example, so HTTP is used at the web browsing. So one device, like my laptop PC, and the other one is a server. Then when I communicate, when I get to the Google browser, when I like to access to the Google browser, so one device from my PC can communicate with one server. It's let's say it's a one versus one communication. Well, this is HTTP. On the other hand, MQTT can communicate many devices versus many devices. So this is a big feature of MQTT protocol. So please let's imagine. So MQTT IoT device have to have a lot of devices like sensing device or camera monitoring device, etc., and that are set on the many part of the factory or everywhere. So there are a lot of devices we need to pick up many variety of data. So IoT needs a lot of devices. When we choose HTTP protocol in the IoT industry, that communication is very, very complicated or very difficult to communicate to each other. On the other hand, but if we choose MQTT, so MQTT can communicate many devices to various devices. So so getting data from the devices is very, very easy. That's why MQTT is chosen in the IoT industry. Okay, but this is the one big reason. And the reason two is that it's data raw data. The data usage is very, very low compared to HTTP. So that comes from the the size of the header of data. So when we communicate something to with something, so the header data, so the header is set in front of the data itself, and HTTP has a lot of big header. But on the other hand, MQTT has a very, very few header. So in total data size is very few, small. It reaches the low power of the communication. Okay. Anyway, so I talked about the main feature of MQTT. There are two main reasons. That is why this is used so many broad. Okay. Then next, I'd like to explain the basic architecture to use MQTT. So there are three characters we need to build MQTT communication. One is a broker. This is the main feature of MQTT. And number two is a publish client, and number three is a subscriber client. Okay, now these three have to be built in your system. Okay, this for in terms of broker, you can do. Please don't be afraid. The method is very easy. Implementing broker is very easy. You can build it by using Mosquito, that is developed in open source software, other open source software. You can implement it to your devices anywhere, as long as you want to use, for example, Raspberry Pi. Next, I'd like to show you the demonstration. Okay, I made a very simple software coding. Please, I'll show you later. And then before starting demonstration, let me explain the system. Okay, one by one. So I choose iPhone MQTT application as a publisher, and for broker and subscriber client, we choose Raspberry Pi as a broker and subscriber. Okay, and yes, and so broker can be implemented in the one device So in other words, my broker and client can be implemented in the one device. And please don't forget the preparation to set up a broker. You have to install a broker, Mosquito at first time, and after that you have to set the admittance to communicate from another device like iPhone. To communicate from I communicate from Raspberry Pi to iPhone or the opposite direction. And okay, so this is a preparation, and then we can see you. I can show you the demonstration. Okay, so I show you. I write here that programming that is used in this demonstration, and I already write it here. I show you like here. Sorry, some portions are written in Japanese. Anyway, if you write it, you can work by using Python command like this, and then go to the iPhone application. Firstly, please download and install my MQTT application in the Apple Store, and then next you have to connect in the Wi-Fi network, and then publish type home/LED topic in publish tab. Maybe you can see. And in the payload text box, you have to type two words. One is off with big letter, and one is on with big letter. And finally, you have two options, and then I put here. When I touch off button, you can see, and you can see here. You can see here that LED off is turned on, and when I touch on button, okay, I can see LED on is displayed, and you can see LED is turned on. Okay, and again, when I touch off button, then LED turned off. Okay, this is a very simple application of by using MQTT. Okay. Like this, you can easily implement MQTT, So in the IoT industry, this communication is very necessary and key item. So if you are interested in IoT industry or you are planning to join that such kind of industry, please, I recommend you to know and understand and have this kind of skill before joining it. Okay? Alright, so, okay, thank you, bye-bye. In addition, this channel posts videos that help beginners to learn electronics from scratch in a systematic way, including explanations of the minimal knowledge and the tools that a beginner in electronics should acquire. If you are a beginner of electronics, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm looking forward to your comments and good buttons about this video. Have a nice electronics life. Bye.